Loving you, Chris. Thank you so much, my friend. I love the outside kitchens always, and anytime you can put a TV outside, I'm loving that. And I'm standing here with the Jergies, two of my dearest friends now, because when you come out on the road and you spend several weeks together and
become the godfather of, somebody's children.
I've become the godfather of their child. But no, seriously, a family is what it's all about. You get to build a family with our crew here and everybody that works together and knows, like Chris and Ian, the lifestyle, the insides, the outsides of all of these amazing RVs that we're showing to you. That means something to me. And I love that we're going into our next segment, which is spacious family living fifth wheels, which you guys know all about.
Yeah, and they're game changers. You're basically going in a little apartment, So that's how we feel with ours.
And you guys have a fifth wheel that you tow with your amazing Ford 450 truck. It's that thing is incredible.
Ooh, it is probably my favorite vehicle I've ever driven.
Yeah, and should I say, by the way,
this little girl
you
loves
drive
it.
the Ford truck.
I do. I drive it. I pull the trailer, which I feel pretty good about. Oh, and here's our daughter.
Yeah.
She loves it too.
And, she loves the spacious living as well.
And
so
this is real life stuff that's happening right now as we speak. Not planned. Kids are just hanging out, having a good time, enjoying the vehicles, enjoying running in and out, and living the lifestyle that you guys do on the road from coast to coast.
Yeah, no, this is something we really wanted. We knew our second vehicle, our Class A was great, but we know we wanted a big living space because we got toys, we got lots of things, we got, snacks everywhere. And so having a spacious living area is super important for us, especially if you're full-time.
One of the things I know you guys did was to refurbish your back area and change the garage into like the kids' room so they could be separate from you.
Yeah, it's AV's domain pretty much.
Different set of toys that most people, wouldn't think of, but it works real well.
But it still works, and it's all good. As a matter of fact, we're going to turn things over to Ian, because when we start talking about family and spacious living, I know that you have seen these vehicles on the road, and when they go by, it's always an OMG factor. Oh, my goodness, look at that.
Totally.
And I love a Keith Urban song that goes along with this next segment. It's John Cougar, John Deere, John 316. And, of course, we're talking about the Keystone Cougar 316.
There you go.
Anytime I can drop a country artist in the middle of a song, it's always good.
It's always good.
Right, so let's turn things over to Ian, and we're going to see what's happening here on the stage with our family. Ian, take it away, my friend. Let's take a look at it.
When we talk about fifth wheels with big living spaces, one of the first ones that automatically come to mind is rear living. And for good reason, right? The back half, basically, of the entire fifth wheel is dedicated to that living space. So you want to make sure it's nice and big. And this one right here definitely does a great job at that, folks. This is the 2021 Keystone Cougar 316 RLS. And the thing I love about this is you get the dual opposing slides, right, to open up this living space, open up that kitchen, give you the kitchen island. And this one's only 36 foot long. Now you may be saying only, right? But when we're talking about fifth wheels, 36 foot is kind of like that cutting off point. Because when you start getting much larger than that, a lot of times you will have to get designated special spots at campsites. It's one of those things to think about. But when you're 36 foot or under, you can fit in most campsites. As long as it's not like a national park or anything like that, you should be good to go. So it's like the perfect length right at that cutoff, really maximizing this space. Now, if we take a look right over here at the slide out on our campsite, we'll notice a couple different things. You'll see freestanding table and chairs here, which I definitely prefer. This isn't built to sleep a lot of people, so you don't necessarily need the dinette. Plus, I have a sofa in the back if I need to sleep some additional guests. I'd rather have something that looks a little bit nicer, can comfortably seat people all around the table, so that if I'm playing a board game, which I'm a big board game fan of, by the way, if anyone's wondering, or if you want to eat a meal, something like that, obviously it just, you have more room, you have more space. Also, if you take a look at the floor, you'll see that they use a special, it's like a mesh vinyl. This is something they actually took out of the marine industry. So it cleans up very easily. Any spills, dirt, anything like that, cleans up very simply and easily, and it still gives you the flush floor slide out rather than having like a step up. Then coming down a little bit further, we get into the Allure Furniture. So upgraded furniture over what you usually get. I love the Allure. It's very comfortable. Again, it's durable. It has high wear resistance. So, this will be a high seating area because the TV's directly across from it, probably the best seat in the RV. So you want to make sure it's not going to wear down and break apart. You don't want anything flaking off where you have to replace your furniture after a year or two. You will also notice that in the cup holders do light up. It also has a heat feature as well as a massage feature, so that, you know, if you want to kick back, relax after a long day, or, you know, you just want to be comfortable, this will allow you to do it. And of course, you have spot 4 remotes right there. One of the other big things about Cougar, now they call it panoramic windows, but what it basically means is they have windows, you know, from basically right above the furniture all the way to the top of the slide. So you have huge windows all the way across there, letting in a ton of natural light. And if you take a look, like let's look at this window right back here. What you'll notice is they have blackout roller shades. Now, Cougar stuck with the lambrequins, right? There's a lot of manufacturers that are going to like wood frame, and you may ask yourself, well, why didn't Cougar? I like the wood look, and I'll agree with you. I personally like wood framed windows as well because it gives a residential look and feel. However, what you miss out on when you have roller shades like this, if you go with wood frame, the shade is going to be above that, in front of that frame, and you get a big gap, about that big, between the back of your shade and the wall where light is coming through. And so they're no longer become blackout shades. Here, the lambrequin comes out, so when you drop that down, it will actually block out basically all the light except for the little bit that may sneak in underneath. So it does a much, much better job of, you know, actually blacking out the fifth wheel as well as giving you that privacy at night. You'll see storage all across the top here. Right down below is your love seat. So you have another comfortable place to sit, to have conversation, to hang out. This does fold out into a bed. So if you want guests to stay the night, this is where it'll be in this RV. Both sides have very large end tables with storage in them. Also electrical outlets and USB ports built in there. And then, of course, directly across from that theater seating is your TV. Now, I love the wood color choice in here. A little bit earlier, we saw Jayco RVs, and they kind of did something very similar. We have some other manufacturers that are going to kind of this, a little bit more farmhouse style. And I personally really like it. I think it's beautiful. It's bright. It helps brighten up the RVs, which, if you take a look up at the ceiling, you will see not only do we have those big windows, but we also have 2 rows of lights, right, running up the entire thing. As well as dual ducted AC, and then plenty of other lighting all the way throughout. So no matter if it's day or night, it will be nice and bright in the Cougar. And the woodwork in here definitely aids in that because, again, it is nice and bright and airy, and it feels fresh and clean, right, especially in your kitchen space. Dropping down from the TVs, your multimedia center, some storage, and then a fireplace right down there. Nice, long fireplace, right? We're seeing that more and more again, following a residential trend. And the great thing about that is not only does that look really nice at night, but also it will help take the chill off, which I absolutely love because that way you're not burning up propane, essentially free heat. Let's take a look at the island. So you have a huge island in here. And I say huge not only because it's long, but also because it's deep, right? So that gives you more prep space, especially over in here. You have the high-rise pull-out faucet, the under-mounted sink. You'll notice a little cutout right up front. Now they did that to maximize this width. They could have made the whole thing right here and scooted everything back, but it would look kind of smushed, right? But they wanted to give you a nice big sink. But they had to cut this out so when the fridge comes in, it's not, smashing up against the island. The slide here can actually move in and out. So I love that they did that. They maximized your island space. Underneath, you'll see more storage there as well as some cutting racks. Also over to the side, you have a bank of drawers. More prep space over to this side over here, as well as power towers in both corners. So, if you want to put a coffee maker on either side or a blender, griddle, whatever, you can do that. Storage down below, 3-burner cooktop with an oven, storage underneath that, and again, storage on this side here as well, plus storage all around the microwave. So plenty of kitchen storage all the way throughout. Taking a step in a little bit further, you will see the Dometic fridge freezer combo. Nice and big. You can see that there is plenty of cold storage there. Now this one also runs off both propane and electric. And in this one, when we go outside, you will also see has the OTG system. So, it'll necessarily run the fridge, but it does do a lot, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. Actually, let's hit it now. So this one has what they call the Cougar OTG system, which stands for off the grid. And it basically is an excellent solar system that they put in here. It comes with a 1200 watt inverter, but this one was upgraded to the 2000 watt inverter. So, plenty of power there. It will run an outlet in your living room, in your kitchen, as well as up front in the bedroom. So even if, you don't have shore power, you will still have 120 outlets that will work, which is fantastic. And then, again, this can run off propane. So if you're planning on doing some camping, off the grid, this is a great RV for it. You have the fridge that runs off propane. You can have 120 power because of that OTG system. You have 81 gallons fresh, 76 gray. So you have huge storage tanks in here as well. So if that's something you're thinking about, folks, and again, at 36 feet, it's not overly long. The Cougar here is absolutely beautiful. So plenty of pantry space. We're talking about the big living spaces, and that's exactly what this provides right back here. Storage top and bottom, plus like a little bar space. Again, good spot for a coffee maker. Solid surface, just like we had all throughout the kitchen. So we make our way upstairs. You'll see a built-in grab handle. I really enjoy this. And the in-command system. This is a big one for Cougar. This is something that, a lot of manufacturers don't have because, it's a little bit more expensive. But it makes everything super simple and easy. You can control all your lights, your slides, your HVAC. And one of the things that I really like is you can schedule a start and stop time. And the reason I love that, beyond just the thermostat, is you can download an app. And let's say you have this sitting somewhere seasonally, or you have friends that are going to come use it. You can set the AC to kick on at a certain time so that when you get there or they get into your RV, everything is nice and cool for you already. Come into the bathrooms. This is another one of my favorite parts about the 316. And again, I say that this is a shorter fifth wheel. 36 foot, right? Obviously, they make shorter, but 36 for what you get in this is actually really impressive. Porcelain toilet, but the thing I love about it is this right here. You have dual vanity, and that is an absolute marriage saver. It's a lifesaver, especially, as I said, in a, kind of little bit shorter fifth wheel. Over to the side is your shower. Plenty of space in there. You have a seat if you want to, sit down, or if you just need to shave your legs. You get a linen closet in here. And then if we swing around to the bedroom, we'll swing right in here. You'll see a bunch of great things in here too. So a spot for a TV right there, dresser down below, washer, dryer prep in here if you want washer and dryer. Over to the side, you have big wardrobe storage plus an electrical outlet in there. So if you need to have a CPAP machine, right? Like, hey, I use one and I take it when I'm camping. I want to make sure there's going to be connections, and this one has it. Plus, you get the slide-out king bed, courtesy lights all over, including up and down the stairs. And speaking of stairs, take a look at these ones. They comes with the MORryde step above step system. You have this little plate right there, little Keystone plate. Kind of cool. You get the larger grab handle there as well. Makes it nice and easy to enter and exit. As you make your way up a little bit further, you'll see the garage storage in here. So plenty of room. You have the in-command system there. It is slam latch with magnetic catches so that it's nice and easy to put up and down. Now I'm going to go a little out of order. I actually want to scoot around to the front and then over to the other side. I just want to show you, you guys something real quick. One, this one does have the road armor kingpin, so that pivoting head, again, will help take out some of the bucking and chucking. You have a mirror on there, so it's easier to see when you're backing up, as well as a light. But come take a look at this, because this is what I want to show you. So with that Cougar OTG system, you can see right here, it comes with the solar controller. You have a 170 watt panel mounted up on the roof. That's the 2,000 watt inverter right there. You have a battery disconnect to shut that off if you so choose. You will also see this one comes with auto level. So touch a button, it will level itself out. And right over here, take a look at that, some hidden storage, right? Just pull that up, you got some extra storage right there. I like that they finished it off that way, so that way it is flat, but if you want to put something down there, you can. Then you have all of your connections basically right over here. And what you will notice is both the black tank and the gray tank have insulated valves. So that way, if you're doing some colder weather camping, you don't have to worry about anything freezing up on you, right? They do a great job, excellent insulation value in here. That climate control system they have is phenomenal. They have radiant foil where it needs to be. They have a hard wall on the back. This is not a hung wall, right? That's something that people, used to be, upset at Cougar before. That's not at all the case now. You have the nice laminated wall back here. Plus, underneath, you will see you have a 3,000-pound hitch if you want to tow something else behind it, folks. This is a fantastic RV. It's a 2021 Keystone Cougar 316 RLS. You can pick this one up starting at $48,995, which is as little as $11.73 a day. And all you have to do to lock in that pricing is text the word RV to 46642.
Demand for RVs is at historic levels, which is why we are working around the clock to bring you over 80,000 factory fresh RVs. That's the largest selection of RVs in the world. Fresh from the factory to our stores to your driveway or campsite. RVs are made by Americans for Americans. And now you can see America for less. Shop over 80,000 factory fresh RVs, starting at just $5 a day. Click, call, or visit your local Camping World or Gander RV and Outdoors today.
So we saw a rear living that comes in right at 36 foot, but what happens if we add 5 foot and go to full profile plus add some more amenities? Well, folks, then you get into a rear living floor plan like this one, which is the Keystone Montana 3780RL. And as I said, this one comes in at 41 foot, and being a full profile will give you more bedroom space, but it will also add some weight. So as we go through here, as we're looking, you want to make sure you have a big enough truck because dry, this one weighs just a skosh under 13,500 pounds. So definitely not the lightest RV ever, but it is big on amenities as well. And one of them is, of course, what this whole section is all about, which is living space. I want to do a little 360 for everyone here, Fritz, kind of show them the space that we're in, right? You can see this center island. You have the ton of kitchen prep space over there. Sorry, it looks like it's a little bit dirty. I should have cleaned that up. I apologize. But you can see the TV there, nice big sofa in the back, you know, storage all across the top there. And then as we come around over into our campsite slide, you will see here you have theater seats, which can also become a sofa. I'll show you in just a second, and the buffet style dinette. So, you know, as I mentioned, this is just a huge space. You have those dual opposing slides, and this dinette I really love. This is something Montana did about 2 years ago, something that we've seen for a long time in the RV industry, and it's just now kind of a long time in the motorhome side of things, but something we're just now starting to see in the fifth wheel part of the industry. So, but I love it. I'm glad that they did. So with this dinette, essentially what you can do is this does pull out, plus it has a leaf. So you can do this right here to pull it out, and you have this additional leaf to pull it out even more, and you have 2 more chairs. And one of the cool things, one of the things I really like about Montana, is the foldable chairs match the existing ones. So if you have guests coming over and you have everything, you know, folded out, they would have no idea that this table tucks away or that it normally only has 2 chairs. You know, it looks like it was meant for 4 people. Another thing I really like is they do this right here. They put a power tower right in there. And for me, that makes sense because, you know, so many more people, especially with, you know, the environment we're in with, you know, everything that's going on, more and more people are working from the road. You know, they're working from home, from the road. And something like this gives you the ability to do that. Because you can be right here in your RV, whether you're at the campground, whether you're traveling, whatever it may be, you're able to plug in right there and boom, now, you know, you're good to go. I've also seen people that, you know, have their fifth wheels stored at their home. And with this, you know, as long as you have power run to inside, you can have like your own little office, your own workspace, right? You know, if the kids are driving you crazy, you need to get out for a second, now you can come right over here, you have your own office, you have your own space, just a lot of different uses. And so I love that right there at that seating area, you have the plug-in. Big windows here as well. You know, you can see that, and you have roller shades, of course, LED lights up top. One of the things that Montana does that a lot of manufacturers have gone away from is this right here, which is give you storage above the seating area. Now, Montana's always been really big on storage, so I'm glad that they kept with that. And I've asked people before, you know, on several different occasions, and it's always split. Some people want bigger windows, some people want more storage. But I think in here, you know, because you probably will spend a lot of time in here, having the storage is great, and you still have enough window space to bring in plenty of light. Another thing I want to point out, folks, I'm 6 foot tall. Look at that slide height. You know, I mean, I could be, you know, 6'2", 6'3", and still not hit my head on the top of that slide, which is awesome. Now, when I sit down in the theater seats, this is the T-Pain collection, Thomas Paine. That has a light in here. You have the heat, you have the massage feature, and it is also powered, so that will raise up and down. Now, keep in mind, in order to use that, you will have to have shore power or generator, right? Some kind of 120 for that to work. But the great thing about it is that if you have bad knees or weaker legs, you don't have to, you know, worry about shoving it back in there. Because I've seen people that struggle to do it when I've been at, you know, other RV shows and events or just showing people RVs. You know, I put it out for them. They're like, oh, this is great. And they go to put it back, and, you know, it's a little bit of a struggle. But with the power, it obviously makes life much easier. You have the drop-down armrest with cup holders. This little guy pops up. Look at that. Another 120 right there. plus a couple USB ports. So again, if you have a laptop or something, you want to sit right here and work, you can do so. Maybe just need to charge your phone, no problem. The other cool thing I like is it has what I call snuggle mode. You flip that guy up right here, you come on over, you snuggle in with the, the wifey, the loved one. You have a great shots of TV, sitting back, having the fireplace on, watching a movie, really just kind of being with each other, right? Putting your cell phones away, snuggling up, just enjoying each other's company. And now, of course, we always have the sofa, which, you can do that there as well. But I just like that you can in the theater seat, and it's a little bit bigger seating. So if grandkids come, you can have grandkids there. You can have grandkids here. The other thing I like about this is it is big enough. If I want to lay down and take a little afternoon snooze, I have the capability to do that. Plus, this can fold out into a nice big bed. That's one of the great things about having a big living space is not only do you have plenty of seating for everyone, but you get sleeping space for people. So this folds out into a large bed. 2 adults can very comfortably sleep here. You still get end tables, the windows all the way around. But our shades here, it probably is worth mentioning. You do have day shades as well as night shades. Show you those too. So you do have both options in the Montana, or not options, sorry. It comes with both as standard, I should say. Don't want to confuse people. Right up top is all of your storage. And while we're looking up at the ceiling, I do want to hit on a couple things. One, you will see in the trim and the crown molding up there, you have accent lighting all the way behind. You will see right up top is your fan, so you can circulate some air in here. And quiet, cool AC. Now, one of the things I really love about Montana is you have a quiet, cool AC back here. You have a quiet, cool AC in the bedroom. And if you take a look right up here, you will see a max air vent fan. So that if you don't want to run AC, great. You can open up some windows, turn that on, and circulate the air. But here's the other cool thing about this fan, is that you see that little white plate with the sticker on it? That's showing that that is prepped for a third AC. That's something you won't find in many fifth wheels, period. So if you're going somewhere where it's really warm and you want to make sure you have a lot of AC, this one is able to do it. As I mentioned before, huge countertop space over here. I mean, this is double, almost triple the size of what you normally get for this kitchen cooking space. And I love that. You get the big living area, you get a massive kitchen. Look at the size of this kitchen island. You want to talk about prepping food, you have the space to do it here. And one of my other favorite parts I love, look at that. Dedicated spot for a trash can, dedicated spot for a trash can. I have not one, but 2 trash cans right here. Very simple and easy to use. Slow close drawers, nice high-end amenities, storage underneath here, including a storage spot for my solid surface sink top covers. Big undermount stainless steel sink. This left bowl is huge. I love it they put this in here. It's a very deep sink. A few years ago, actually, Montana took it away, and all the customers and all the forums were like, hey, we love that sink, we want it back. And Montana listened, they brought it back, and definitely, in my opinion, for the better. But of course, the cooktop right there, microwave, you have a wine rack up top, plenty of storage here. Norcold fridge freezer combos. We open this one up, you can take a look. Now, with Montana, you get options, right? You can have your RV fridge like this, which is 18 cubic foot, mind you, and that is a very, very large fridge, propane electric fridge freezer. I don't think there's currently anything on the market bigger than 18 that still runs off propane. But if you want residential, instead of a 3780 RL, you get a 3781 RL, and that'll have a residential fridge. That's going to be the differentiator between those 2 numbers. And one of the best parts about that, folks, is this one right here for the show. This RV is starting at $74,995, which is only $15 a day. That's an incredible deal for what you're getting. I guarantee it's cheaper than a house payment, and I don't know about you, but this is definitely an RV I could live in. And if you want to take advantage of that, simply text the word RV to 46642. Another thing I love about this, multi-use. You walk in, you have a spot to hang up your jackets right there, or if you so choose, you have washer dryer prep. So if you want a washer and dryer, there it is. Very simple and easy to get to. Storage up across the top, more storage here as well as all of our controls. Now we're running out of time, but I do want to show you the bathroom and bedroom. Making our way up the steps, you'll see this grab handle, nice and big, very easy to use. I like that it's large. If you come up into the bathroom, man, beautiful bathroom. Take a look at this. Solid surface countertops, folks. We're talking luxury RVs here. They didn't cheap out. So you have beautiful countertops, dual vanity, undermount, stainless steel bowls in there. As you would expect, you have the porcelain bowl and a one-piece fiberglass shower. That's a big deal. A lot of manufacturers using several piece showers. in here in this Montana, it's a one-piece shower, so less chance for leaks. It's a residential style shower in there, and I can easily stand up in it. And when we come into the bedroom, a slide-out bed right over here. You can see, you know, windows in there, your nightstands, everything you need. Quiet, cool AC right here, huge wardrobe. And because we don't have washer dryer in here, this whole thing is dedicated wardrobe, so you have massive wardrobe space. A chest of drawers right down at the base of the bed, plus there's a TV, so if you want to watch TV at night, you can do so. I'm telling you, this is a beautiful, beautiful fifth wheel inside, and it doesn't stop there. As we make our way outside, a couple quick things on the door I want to show you. One, they call this the slingshot, and it's just a fancy name for saying that the door is going to shut itself. So if the grandkids come out, you don't have to worry about it. Boom, just like that. The other thing I really like about it, this right here, the screen defender. I don't know about you folks, but I know a lot of people like to bring their dogs with them. The screen defender, if a dog jumps up there, it's gonna make sure it doesn't go through the screen. Now, the other thing I have is little children. You know, my 1-year-old is starting to walk around now. If it's just the screen, this is gonna make sure she doesn't fall out of the screen, fall down the steps and get hurt. So I love that that is in there. A small feature, right? But sometimes for me, it's those small things that make a huge difference. You have the More Ride step above step system, auto level, a spot to hook up a TV right here if you want TV, plus central vac. And one of the coolest things about Montana for me is this. You get a massive garage. And why is that? Well, because they use what they call drop frame construction, where what they do is they take the I-beam, they stop it, and then they weld another little bit smaller I-beam right down underneath that. And that still gives you great structural rigidity. You don't lose anything there, but you gain a ton of storage. You have a propane quick connect right there in case you want to hook up a grill. You know, coming around to the front, beautiful painted front cap. You have the road armor, kingpin right up here, excellent storage up front. That level up system is hydraulic, folks. You know, Montana has been one of the #1 selling high profile fifth wheels for almost 2 decades for a good reason. It's absolutely gorgeous. If you're interested in this one, text RV to 46642. Now, maybe you saw this and you loved it, but you think, Ian, I can't tow it. That's okay. There's other rear living fifth wheels out there for you, and we can make sure it's gonna fit in your budget. All you have to do is text the word fresh to that 46642 number, and we'll make sure our specialists get a fifth wheel that is gonna work perfect just for you.
Well, I am here with some of my favorite people on the planet, the Jergy, Sean Parr. And are you ready for this? There you go, Sunshine. Look at you. She is so happy. I love this segment, Camping with the Kids, because it's so important with so many families now getting on the road full time.
Yes. So this is something I want to start out saying to anybody. If you want your kids to love camping, get them involved in camping. For example, I mean, I'm going to jump right into it. With Evelyn, she has her own little headlamp. She's got like a little small lamp she can carry. She's got her, you know, life jacket. She's got her own camping stuff, you know, so she
her
feels
own
involved.
tools to help when we're setting up the rig. Like she's there helping daddy, you know.
And she loves it. So instead of giving her, you know, an iPad or a phone, you're gonna live the RV life. Be outside, live the RV life, let your kids love it. It's so much fun.
And we've seen you guys. If you don't follow the Jergies, you certainly should. You can follow them on YouTube or Instagram, anywhere on socials, because you guys take us along for the journey, but you show us your adventures as well. When you're in the canoes, when you're out by the lake, when you're, and the fishing pole that you're holding there, Bryce, with the kids and your beautiful daughters who you've allowed me to become such a part of. I get to be the babysitter. But you actually get them involved in every aspect. Not, you know, just helping you set up, but really making it fun for them too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're big advocates of that. There was a study that we were looking at a while back that talks about how much time kids spend in front of the screen now versus before, and the benefits and the brain stimulus that happens when they're just outdoors is so beneficial. And so we love it. And anytime, like, I mean, Indy right here is just such a happy baby. She's in, as you know.
Nobody could tell watching this at all, by the way.
And whenever Evelyn, when she was born, when she was 3 months is when we went on the road full time. And anytime she was like starting to get irritable, we would just go outside. And it was easier and natural.
Let's talk about some of the products that we have here, because you've chosen several things. And Nellie, why don't you go ahead and tell us what you have here?
Okay, so I mean, simple stuff. I mean, we got plasticware, which when you're traveling, you definitely need plasticware because things rattle when you move. And then, you know, things like I was saying, just to get them involved, have their own headlamps, have their own lamps. Then we got the outdoor stuff. Actually, Ian showed me this earlier. This is a trailer nightlight. How adorable is that?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you
So
just plug
cute.
those in, and it's kind of cool, and they just like to play with the little toys. And then
Yeah.
I see we have the spin brights here. And I was looking at these earlier. They have they have a lot of different lights that you could put on tires and toys for the kids that really make them their own.
Yeah, they can go ride their bike at night around the
Yeah.
campsite. They'll love it.
This isn't my fishing pole, although you might think so.
She's
but
been begging for a fishing pole.
yeah, so they got things like this they can take part of that are super kid-friendly, effective, and the chalk. I mean, everywhere you park, you usually have a cement pad.
But
Always can do
we
chalk.
do. One thing I want to point out here, which is amazing. Look at this camping chair. It's like
Exactly.
a high chair, but for camping, and it's for like little kids, and
Yes.
they love it. It's so great. Another little hack that we liked was, you know, the wagon, the portable wagon. Lots of times there's trails around the RV campsite.
And now she's a superstar. She'll have her own show on YouTube in about 20 minutes. So, but that's a great thing. You can take the kids everywhere.
Yeah.
They're happy. Their children are so happy, and you'll follow along their adventures. They're the Jergies. They bring us into their world, and it's so nice to know that you can take the kids out on the road. The national tour continues coming up.
Camping World is the one-stop shop for all your outdoor essentials. Shop chairs and side tables starting at only $9.99, and patio lights starting at $10.99. Grills for only $9.99. Who knew travel could be so easy? Your vacations just got a little brighter, a little tastier, and a little cozier. See America for less when you shop at Camping World.
Now, I think it would be impossible to talk about great living spaces in fifth wheels without touching on a front living. And that's exactly what we're in right now. But one of the things I want you to think about while we're going through this Sabre is the price point. And folks, I'm going to hit you with it in just a second. You are going to be amazed at what you get for the current show price of this RV. Now, this is the 2021 Forest River Sabre 37 FLL. And this is a great front living, but here's the real kicker on this one. You can sleep up to 8 people. So before, when you had a front living, it's more of a couple's model, right? That's kind of what it's built toward. That's what it's geared toward. You have great seating up here. I mean, you have, you know, a sofa here. You can see right across the way, we have another sofa, plus you have theater seating. And as normal, you know, you have your kitchen in the middle and bedroom in the back. So your only other sleeping space is right here up front. And it's not something you want to make up all the time. So, you know, while some people, yes, did use them for families, it wasn't necessarily always the best option. But here's what I love about this one, is you get a great living space, you get an excellent kitchen, you have a ton of bedroom space, and as I mentioned, sleeping for up to 8 people. And folks, this one starts for the show at $58,995, which is under 12 bucks a day. It's like $11.80 a day. You want to talk about a great value? You're going to see it right here in this Sabre. So we talked about the great seating, and of course, both these sofas do fold out, and that's part of the way you're able to sleep 8 in here. You have a big TV on this front wall. Now, it's a mid-profile, which, you know, at first you may not love, but here's the thing about mid-profiles. It's going to be a little bit lighter on weight. This one, dry, is under 12,000 pounds. And when we start talking about towing, that is a big deal. Now, I don't currently have it on, but there are LED light strips in the crown molding here too, which look really nice. That lights up all the way throughout, right? So you're getting that beautiful lighting, that TV right there. Everyone can see it. A ton of storage, electrical outlets, USB ports, multimedia center, and a fireplace. Everything that you need to make a great front living room, this one has. You also see the zebra shades on here, and I really like these. If you haven't seen them before, they're weighted, and what it allows you to do is easily control the amount of light you let in. See, so they call them zebra because it kind of looks like zebra stripes. If I don't want a lot of light, I just do that right there. If I want to let, you know, a little more in, I can stop it right there. Or I can let the full amount in, but it gives you, you know, nice, easy flexibility to how much you want in here. Dual AC units come standard, so you'll have one right here, another one a little bit further back in the kitchen. The thing I love about this, boom, quick dump option. If you're gonna be up here, it's warm. We all know hot air rises. You wanna be able to cool it down quick. That is what lets you do it. You open up that quick dump, all that nice cool air is gonna come right down here, especially if you're in the prime seat, right, the theater seating. You're gonna cool off in a hurry, which is awesome. And maybe you want the opposite. Maybe you want it a little bit warmer up here. No problem. You have the fireplace. When it's elevated, that means it's going to heat the space up quickly. Plus, you have heat on here and vibration and a little light if you want a light in your cup holder. And of course, you have the cup holders themselves. Now, let's step down into the kitchen because it's a great kitchen as well. One of the things I really like is actually right over here, and that's the fact you get like a little bar space. And, you know, I like to have a few beverages when I camp. It's no mystery, right? It's no secret. You can see that right here, solid surface there. You know, you have your electrical outlet, USB ports, a little bit of storage up top. Me personally, this is where I'm putting my rocks glasses, maybe my bitters, right? Can hide them right up there. And then I have, you know, some other items right out here, you know, maybe my bourbon, or even better yet, I can tuck it away right in here, right? That's me. Now, if you want to use this for dishes, if you want to use it for coffee, whatever else you may need, great. For me personally, this is going to be my bar set up right here. This is where I'm making my cocktails. You have some other storage right down underneath that. Also, the main seating area for dining will be right over here. You have a freestanding table and chairs, windows all the way around to let in a lot of natural light. And I absolutely love the light fixtures for the 2021 in this Sabre. I think it's a very cool look, you know, bringing in that farmhouse style. It's simplistic, but at the same time, it just works. It looks great. Now, the other cool thing about this is if you see this, you kind of have this bar top. Look, it sticks out over the cabinets down underneath. That means if you have some bar stools, you can have a bar stooler there as well, and so you have some more seating right here in the kitchen. Beautiful solid surface countertops all the way throughout. You have the kind of almost like gunmetal or black stainless steel apron front sink. I love that look. The high-rise faucet on there. Storage all the way throughout. Nice big storage. I mean, you know, if you're thinking that front living rooms can't have storage, you would be sadly mistaken because you definitely have a lot of storage there. Underneath, electrical outlet, you know, of course, you'll have a couple of those. Drawer space there. You'll see your 3-burner recessed cooktop, another electrical outlet here, and a full wall backsplash, which I like. It looks complete to me, you know, and instead of having one behind the sink because you don't need it, they put a big window there, which I think was very smart, lets in a lot of natural light during the day. Microwave right there if you need it as well. Now, I should probably mention fridge freezer over here. Very important thing. You want to make sure that you have a lot of cold storage. This certainly has that as well. This one does run off both propane and electric. Open that up for you so you can take a quick look. And as you can see, there's good space in there. Now, what really makes this one unique is this back space. We'll go back there in just a second. I do want to show you the bathroom real quick here first. So if we take a look, you can see your toilet right down underneath. Porcelain bowl, folks. It means it's easy to clean. It'll stay looking nice for a long time. You have your sink right over here. Now, because this one isn't up front, right, your ceiling heights, you know, you're thinking may not be as tall, but look, I still have plenty of head height in here. I'm 6 foot tall. I could be 6'3" and stand in here and still shower, no problem. I also have a seat for shaving my legs or sitting down, tri-slide glass door. You know, the mirrored medicine cabinet, as I said, big sink in there, which I like. Makes it easy to wash your hands or brush your teeth without making a complete mess. This is where it gets really cool when we head up here. So you'll see a sunken bedroom. We'll go in there in just a moment. I want to show you this. You have some storage right there. But then as we head up, you have the stairs right here. As we head up to my left, over on this side is all excellent storage. So you have a big storage area right here, an LED light, you know, kind of like a lofted storage, almost a mezzanine of sorts. I love that that is over there, but even more impressive is right above the bedroom on this side is additional sleeping space. It is a big additional sleeping space. You have a spot to hook up TV, plug in, you know, electric outlet, USB ports, more storage. And that is how you're able to sleep 8 people in here, is because of what they did in this back section, which is fantastic. And when I come back down, as I said, a sunken bedroom. We step down into the bedroom back here, and you'll see the queen bed right in the center, nightstands on both sides. Again, those beautiful wall sconces on that kind of decorative wall board there, big storage up top. Plenty of windows in here. You want to make sure you have windows to let in some natural light because, again, it does, you know, it is a little bit lower, but more importantly is the fact that you have a slide for storage because, you know, you have to have bedroom storage, and that's exactly what it has. You have wardrobe on both sides. You have some storage right there in the center. Also, over to this side, if you want washer and dryer in this unit, because chances are you're going to have a lot of people sleeping in here, right? Probably going to want to do some laundry. You have a spot right there for a combo washer dryer unit. So, and if you want TV, you'll have TV be able to hook up right there. So as I said, folks, now bear in mind, you get all of this starting at under $59,000. I mean, you want to talk about a crazy deal. This one right here is exactly that. And all you need to do to take advantage of that is text the word RV to 46642. And I'm telling you, if you've been out there and maybe, you know, you got a great deal on one, which you're not going to beat this deal right here on this one, but let's say you're shopping something else and you have a great deal, or so you think. I'll tell you what, folks, we're going to beat that deal, or we're going to give you $1,000, and we can prove it, because all you have to do is text the word BEAT, B-E-A-T, and we're going to beat it so stinking hard that if we can't, we're going to give you $1,000 in your pocket. And I could do a lot with $1,000, folks. I'm telling you, you are going to want to take advantage of that. You know what, let's come around up front real quick. I'll watch the slide, don't hit your head there. I do just want to show you have the front cap. You can see the lights that are inlaid on both sides, as well as right down underneath here. If we take a look up front, auto level, folks. Touch a button, it's gonna level itself out. Again, all that for under $59K, starting at $11.80. You get all that space, beautiful living room, and it comes with auto level right there. Solar charge controller if you want solar. You can see spare tires mounted right in there, so that way it's super easy to access. This is one of our slide outs here. You see the worm gear driven system, works great, electric. You have your garage storage right here. You can see the control for your slide system right there. The cool thing about that is in the rare event this ever does fail, you can hit this button, I think it's 6, maybe 7 times. Don't quote me, but it is 6 or 7 times, and it will flash a code so you can see exactly what it is. You can also manipulate a few of these wires, and that will actually allow you to run the motors in reverse, which sometimes will fix it. Or if you pull them completely, it'll get rid of the brakes. You can take, you know, 2 or 3 people and actually manually push this slide in. So there's all sorts of things you can do to troubleshoot that slide system. Absolutely wonderful. Super easy to get into the RV. You have your MORryde step above step system here with the 4 aluminum steps with the grips. You will also see the grab handle, which makes it easier to enter or exit that RV. And there's a window built in. Take a look at this door. How cool is this, right? You have like a tempered glass door, so that window is just built right in there. Super seamless and beautiful, and allows you to see outside. And as we make our way back a little bit further, you want an outside kitchen? You got it. You want to do some cooking out here? You have the capability to do it. Come out here with a pan, some bacon, frying it up. You know, the kids are going to wake up, be super happy because you have eggs and bacon and pancakes. Oh my. You see your outside fridge. Now this one right here is for me because that's where I'm putting my beer. But as I said, maybe once in a while, put some juice or something else out there for the kids, maybe some condiments if we're having burgers. But let's be honest, it'll be full of beer. You will also see, again, our auto level right in the back there. This one, of course, has your enclosed underbelly making our way to the back. You'll see the rear mounted ladder so you can climb up onto the fully walkable roof, and there is backup camera prep. That, of course, with a bigger RV like this, you know, this one's a 42 foot 9 inches on this one. So, you know, having that backup camera may not be a bad idea, so you're able to see what's behind you. You know, it's a big RV. You want to be able to see what's going on. Another cool thing, you know, I mean, you can see, if you take a look up there, folks, that's pretty high up, right? Now, I always personally recommend getting up on your roof at least once, probably twice a year for basic maintenance. Here's the cool thing, if you don't want to do it, no problem. Bring it by any Camping World location. We'll gladly get up on the roof for you, do a basic inspection, make sure everything is on the up and up. And if anything does need to be repaired, we'll take pictures of it so you can see it and let you know. But folks, I'm telling you, if you're passing up this deal, you're missing out. If you're looking for something with a great living space, a front living like this, capability of sleeping 8, 76-gallon gray tank on there, it's a killer deal for this show. All you have to do to take advantage of it is text the word RV to 46642, and you can be seeing the country the safest way possible in this beautiful Sabre 37 FLL.
They say life is about the little things, those moments we unplug, packing up the camper after a long week, making room for new memories.
You and me, we meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
If you've wandered the mountains, or ridden a trail, if you've discovered beauty that's left you speechless, or laughed like you haven't laughed in years, if the food tastes remarkably better, and the friendship is somehow deeper, you've probably been camping.
You and me, meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
It's the best America has to offer, and it's meant to be shared. RVing is for everyone.